Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Tim Jones. I wanted to do a follow up on the live that we did from Thursday evening. I'm only going to be on here just a few minutes, but I did want to follow up with that and give you just a reminder of what we talked about. And then I'm going to make an invitation. I'm going to invite you to explore something with me. So on Thursday evening, I shared with you a message that the Lord had given me. I shared with you not a dream. It was an experience that I had in the middle of a worship service where the Lord spoke to me about restoration. And he asked me this question as we were singing this song about revival. And he asked me this question: is this the season for revival, or is this the season for restoration? We talked about that. And I shared with you, the Lord revealed to me that revival is for the church, restoration is for the kingdom. And as I was writing that down, he said to me, the church age brought about revival, and the kingdom age will bring about restoration. And so we talked about the importance of what that looks like, and then the tension between revival and restoration. We married that with an example of the tension that goes on within us individually between where we were or how we're used to doing things and what the moment is calling for, or what the future is calling for, the new thing or the newness that we're to walk in. There's a tension between the familiarity and then the unknown of the future. And so many of us are experiencing that tension even now. Many leaders are experiencing that tension. A lot of people are ignoring that tension. Nevertheless, it is there. And as the Lord spoke to me, it began to open my eyes about that tension. So I just want to remind you, revival is something that, the church has been crying out for years. And we've seen great revivals. We've seen magnificent revivals that have lasted, some weeks, some months, some years. And so we've seen revival. However, the restoration of the kingdom is a different thing. Restoration, that word restoration, the disciples asked Jesus after he was resurrected. They asked him, is this the time that you will restore the kingdom? And Jesus' response to them, he kind of shifted it a little bit. He says, nobody knows, that's God's deal in terms of the when. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to follow instructions. I want you to take what you've been given, okay, and follow instructions with it. Maximize the instructions. Make sure you're in the right place at the right time so you can be endued with power. Power to do what? Power to carry out and to the assignment that you have, because you're carrying out the assignment is a part of getting things right, a part of restoring things. In Luke 17, they asked Jesus about, the kingdom. When will the kingdom come? And he says, well, it doesn't come by observation. You won't be able to say, look, here it's over here, or there it is over there. He says the kingdom of God is within you. And we talked about that within you having a dual meaning, if you will. Yes, Jesus was in their midst, within them, among them. Many translations use the word among, and certainly he was there among them, with them. But it also connotates the within being inside of man, the kingdom of God within you. And what it really, really speaks to, it speaks to, yes, purpose and assignment. It speaks to the instructions that you have been given. Every person that is born into the earth because of something that they're carrying. They're carrying some kind of solution to a problem. They're carrying answers to questions. And it is what you are carrying that becomes the assignment, or that becomes the task or the instructions that you have. We talked about Luke 19, where Jesus was about to enter into Jerusalem. But before he entered into Jerusalem, he told them a story to correct their thinking about the kingdom. They thought that the kingdom would come immediately. Okay, but Jesus told them this story about this nobleman who went away to receive his credentials, or his authority to come back and rule in his kingdom. And before he left, he called 10 of his servants together and gave them instructions. He gave them abilities. He gave them responsibility. And he said, occupy till I come back. In other words, do something with this, do business with this, trade with this. Many of the translations will say. But what it really means is be responsible with what I've given you until I get back. That being responsible means to multiply it. It goes back to and relates to and is a model of what happened in Genesis. Okay, Genesis 1:28, when the Lord made everything, right? But it says in 27 and 28 that, he made man. It says, let's make man in our image, right? And it goes on to say that he made man in the image of God, male and female. He made man in his image, and then he gave him a mandate. That mandate was to be fruitful, multiply, subdue the earth, replenish it, and have dominion over it. So the Lord gave man some instruction, some responsibility with the earth that he had inherited. And so it is today, that model, okay, is still upon mankind. That mandate is still upon mankind. And the restoring of the kingdom has to do with you aligning with the assignment that God has given you, that he's placed on the inside of you. Your right to live is based upon that assignment that you have. He sent you here to do something, to leave something, to be something, to make something, to change something. And when you go back before him, we all are going to have to answer, give an account for what we did with our time, what we did with the assignment that we've been given. We all have a limited amount of time, but we also all have the responsibility and the wherewithal to get whatever it is that we were sent here to do, to get it done. So that's what we were talking about. And again, I wanted to remind you of that word, restore. It does mean to, literally, it means to restore again, or reconstitute in health, home, or organization. Health, home, or organization, to reconstitute. The word reconstitute literally means to bring something back to its original state, to its original form, its natural form. In other words, the original assignment that God gave you at birth, the assignment that you came to. I know we all have many responsibilities. We have many assignments that we gain as we live and grow older. We become responsible for different things. But reconstitution is that original assignment, the thing that brought you into existence. That's the thing. That's what needs to be restored. That is the thing that the kingdom is saying, what are you doing with that? That is the thing that you must get clear about. You must get clarity about what brought you into the earth, about why you were born, why you are still alive. So we talked about that, and I want to encourage you. I mentioned to you that God had given us this dominion code technology, this dominion code design. We have come to understand what we call a dominion code number. I began talking to you about that, and I want to remind you of that here today. What we're going to be doing at the end of this month, it actually officially launches on June 22nd, a 5-day challenge called Discover Your Dominion Code Challenge. Discover Your Dominion Code Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. It begins on the 22nd. It helps you to understand, first of all, everyone has a dominion code number. We help you to determine what that dominion code number is. Everyone has a dominion code design. We help you to understand what your dominion code design is and what all of that means, how it relates to what you're already doing or what's already in you or what you have done. We help you to connect those dots together. This dominion code design and dominion code technology is going to change the purpose seeking game. It is with this kind of technology that God has given us, you will be able to have the most accurate representation of your original design and of the original assignment that brought you into the earth. I want you to be a part of that. What we're doing on Tuesday, let's see, 6, is it 12? What is that? Tuesday? I have to remember what that date is. But we're going to, on this Tuesday, we're going to do a Zoom meeting that's an interest meeting where we'll be talking more about this dominion code design and dominion code technology. If you are interested and want to know more, there's no cost or anything like that involved. What I like for you to do is to DM me with your email, and I'll send you a Zoom link. Okay, so we're going to do it on Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. from 8 to about 8:45. We'll spend that time answering questions and just giving you some basic information so you can understand what this is about and what we will be doing. We're also going to do another one on Sunday, the following Sunday, which I believe is the 14th. We'll do that at 6 p.m. So on Tuesday, it will be 8 p.m. On Sunday, the 14th, it will be 6 p.m. Again, we'll follow up with even more information about the Discover Your Dominion Code Challenge that we'll be doing. This is very exciting for us. It is absolutely positively the thing that I've been called into the earth to do. I'm certain about it. It is why I am alive right now, is to do what we are doing right now. Why are you alive right now? We want to help you to determine that. Is that important to know? It is absolutely important to know, because you need to understand the part that you're to play in the restoration of the kingdom. It has everything to do with your original assignment. So that's all I wanted to talk about here tonight. Spend just a couple of moments with you about that. Again, DM me with your email address. I'll send you the link, the Zoom link, and you can join us at no cost, and you'll be able to get more information and understand a little more about this pivotal moment, this pivotal time where we are shifting from, things happen in the spirit and then we have to catch up to them in the natural. Well, this is something that has happened in the spirit, and God has given us a tool. He's given us the wherewithal. He's given us resources that we can begin to shift our natural into alignment. A lot of people have talked about alignment this year, and this has definitely been the year of alignment. Aligning with what? Aligning with your original design, aligning with the assignment that brought you into the earth, aligning with who you really and truly are and supposed to be in the earth. So that's my time tonight. Thank you for joining me. Those who are watching or will watch, remember, DM me with your email address. We'll send you the link for the Zoom meeting. Till we see you at that time, I want to encourage you to live full and die empty. Make sure you finish when you finish.